Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The buzz that started as a whisper behind closed doors has now grown into a roar echoing through every corner of the basketball world. And the way this story is unfolding feels exactly like something you would hear late at night on a passionate YouTube channel. According to people close to the situation, Giannis Antetokounmpo has quietly accepted a proposal from the Warriors, and even though nothing has been officially announced, the confidence behind this rumor is shaking the league. The idea of Giannis, a symbol of loyalty and dominance. Even considering a move like this already feels surreal, but the tone around the conversation suggests that this is no longer just fantasy. Sources describe an atmosphere of inevitability, as if the decision has already been made internally and everyone involved is simply waiting for the right moment to let the world know. What makes this even more intense is how discreet everything has been handled, creating the impression that both sides knew how explosive this information would be if it ever leaked. This is not just another superstar rumor. This feels like a tectonic shift being prepared in silence. One that could redefine power structures and force every contender to rethink its future in a matter of moments. As the details began to leak, the shock did not come only from the name involved, but from the structure of the negotiation itself, which insiders are calling bold, almost audacious. The Warriors reportedly presented a vision that went far beyond contracts and numbers, focusing instead on legacy, storytelling, and the chance to redefine what dominance looks like in a modern era. Giannis was allegedly captivated by the idea of being more than just a star who wins, but a force that reshapes how teams are built and remembered. People familiar with the talk say that the Warriors framed this move as a continuation of something historic rather than a fresh gamble, inviting Giannis to step into a narrative already rich with championships, culture, and innovation. The persuasion was subtle, almost philosophical, touching on how his unique style could blend with a system that values movement, intelligence, and unselfish brilliance. This was not a sales pitch scream from rooftops, but a calm, confident conversation that slowly dismantled every doubt. In that environment, the acceptance of the proposal feels less like betrayal and more like an evolution that Giannis may have felt was inevitable for his personal journey. What truly sent shockwaves through league circles was the rumored detail of how flexible and creative the deal structure appears to be, something rarely seen at this level. Rather than a straightforward exchange, the negotiation allegedly involved layers of future planning, conditional assets, and long-term chess moves designed to protect both sides. Executives around the league are said to be stunned by how much foresight went into every clause, making the agreement feel less like a trade and more like a partnership. The Warriors supposedly position themselves not as a franchise desperate for another star, but as an ecosystem where Giannis could maximize his impact without carrying the entire weight alone. This approach reportedly resonated deeply, especially given how physically and emotionally demanding it has been for him to be the focal point year after year. The idea of sharing responsibility while still being the central pillar of a new era was presented as freedom rather than compromise. If these rumors are accurate, this negotiation could become a reference point for future superstar movements, redefining how elite players and franchises collaborate behind the scenes. Around the league, rival teams are reacting with a mix of disbelief and quiet panic, even if nothing has been officially confirmed. Front offices are already gaming out scenarios, asking themselves how they can possibly counter a Warriors team potentially built around Giannis' relentless power and versatility. Coaches are said to be rewatching old footage, not to analyze past games, but to imagine hypothetical lineups and impossible matchups. Fans, meanwhile, are torn between excitement and outrage, depending on which colors they support, because this rumor challenges long-held beliefs about balance and fairness. The idea that a franchise already associated with innovation and winning could land a player of Giannis' caliber feels almost unfair to some, yet thrilling to others who crave greatness. The silence from official channels only fuels the speculation further, allowing imagination to fill the gaps with dramatic possibilities. In moments like this, the league feels smaller, as if everyone is holding their breath at the same time, waiting for confirmation that could rewrite the next chapter of basketball history. From Giannis' perspective, those close to him suggest that this decision was not rushed, nor driven by frustration alone. Instead, it was the result of long internal reflection about purpose, growth, and the desire to test himself in a radically different environment. The Warriors, with their reputation for empowering stars without stifling them, reportedly represented a perfect contrast to what he has always known. The conversations were said to focus on how his game could evolve even further, expanding his passing, off-ball movement, and leadership in ways that might have been impossible elsewhere. This rumored acceptance of the proposal is being framed by his camp not as running away from challenges, but as embracing a new, more complex one. In that sense, the move feels philosophical, almost artistic, rather than purely competitive. If true, it shows a side of Giannis that is deeply aware of his place in the sports story and unafraid to take risks that could either elevate him to mythic status or invite unprecedented scrutiny. What makes this rumor particularly powerful is how believable it feels given the current climate of the league, where loyalty and ambition constantly collide. The Warriors are known for thinking ahead, and Giannis is known for relentless self-improvement, making this rumored union feel strangely logical despite its shock value. Analysts are already debating how this could influence future negotiations across the league, with stars realizing they can demand not just money or control, but a coherent vision. Even if some details turn out to be exaggerated, the core of the rumor has already accomplished something remarkable by forcing everyone to imagine a future that once seemed impossible. In that sense, the acceptance of the proposal, rumored or not, has already changed conversations, shifted expectations, and reminded everyone that in this league, the unimaginable is often just one quiet meeting away from becoming reality. As the speculation rolls into its next phase, the tone around the league has shifted from shock to analysis, with insiders now obsessing over how the Warriors managed to keep this so tightly sealed. The belief is that only a very small inner circle was aware of how advanced the talks had become, which explains why the leak feels so explosive. People close to the situation suggest that this secrecy was intentional, designed to protect Giannis from external pressure while allowing him to explore the idea freely. The Warriors allegedly understood that the louder the rumor mill became, the harder it would be for him to think clearly. By keeping everything quiet, they created a space where trust could grow, and that trust may have been the deciding factor. In a league where information travels instantly, this level of discretion is almost unheard of, making the eventual leak feel like a controlled detonation rather than an accident. This has led many to believe that what we are hearing now is only the surface, and that even more surprising elements of the agreement remain hidden. Another layer that has fans and executives buzzing is the rumored cultural pitch that the Warriors made to Giannis, which went far beyond basketball tactics. According to whispers, the franchise emphasized lifestyle, long-term stability, and the chance to be part of an organization that values continuity and creativity. This narrative reportedly appealed to Giannis on a personal level, aligning with his reputation as someone who values growth off the court as much as dominance on it. The Warriors are said to have presented themselves not just as a team, but as a platform where his voice and identity could expand globally. This kind of pitch is becoming increasingly important in a league where superstars are brands as much as athletes. If Giannis truly accepted this proposal, it suggests that these softer elements played a significant role, challenging the old assumption that decisions at this level are driven purely by competitive calculations. League observers are also fascinated by how this rumored deal could ripple outward, affecting teams that are not directly involved. The mere possibility of Giannis joining the Warriors forces contenders to reconsider timelines, asset management, and even coaching philosophies. Some executives are said to be frustrated, feeling that the balance they were carefully building toward has suddenly shifted without warning. Others see it as motivation, a reminder that complacency is punished quickly in this environment. This is how transformative rumors work. They alter behavior even before becoming reality. The Warriors, intentionally or not, have already influenced the league simply by being associated with this possibility. Giannis, by entertaining and reportedly accepting this proposal, has shown the power a single decision can hold over an entire ecosystem. Fans, meanwhile, are living through an emotional roller coaster fueled by speculation videos, cryptic social media activity, and insider hints. Every gesture is dissected, every comment is treated as a clue, and the absence of denial only amplifies belief. Supporters of the Warriors are oscillating between disbelief and cautious excitement, while others are preparing themselves emotionally for a future that feels unfair. This kind of reaction highlights how deeply Giannis is woven into the fabric of the league, representing more than just a player, but an ideal. The idea of him changing teams at this level challenges narratives that fans have built over years, which is why the reaction is so intense. Rumors like this do not just entertain, they force people to confront how quickly the stories they love can change. From a strategic standpoint, analysts are already theorizing about how Giannis' presence could evolve the Warriors' identity, potentially ushering in a hybrid style that blends power with fluidity. The speculation is not about replacing what already works, but about layering something unstoppable on top of it. This is where the rumor becomes almost frightening for opponents, because it suggests growth rather than disruption. Giannis would not be asked to abandon who he is, but to refine it within a system designed to amplify strengths. That idea alone is enough to keep rival coaches awake at night, imagining scenarios that feel impossible to solve. Even if some aspects of this story turn out to be overstated, the central rumor of Giannis accepting the Warriors' proposal has already etched itself into the league's collective consciousness. It represents ambition, secrecy, and the constant evolution of power that defines modern basketball. Until clarity arrives, this speculation will continue to dominate conversations, videos, and debates, serving as a reminder that the league is always one bold decision away from complete transformation. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. As this rumor continues to breathe and expand, another intriguing angle has emerged around how Giannis' inner circle may have influenced this quiet acceptance. People familiar with his mindset suggest that family voices, trusted advisors, and long-term confidence played a crucial role in helping him see beyond immediate reactions. The Warriors' proposal allegedly resonated not just with Giannis the athlete, but with Giannis the person, someone who has always spoken about purpose, sacrifice, and building something meaningful. The idea of stepping into an organization that prides itself on continuity and respect for its stars may have felt like a natural extension of his values rather than a radical departure. This perspective reframes the rumor entirely, shifting it away from the simplistic narrative of chasing advantage and toward a deeper conversation about fulfillment. In that sense, the acceptance of the proposal feels less impulsive and more like the culmination of years of internal dialogue. If true, this move would symbolize a player choosing alignment over comfort and vision over familiarity, which is a powerful statement in a league often driven by short-term urgency. Another layer feeding speculation is how eerily calm both franchises have appeared amid the noise, which many interpret as confidence rather than uncertainty. Normally, rumors of this magnitude provoke immediate counter-narratives, leaks, or subtle denials, yet the silence here feels intentional. Insiders are whispering that this calmness is a sign that the most critical decisions have already been made, and that what remains is simply the choreography of timing. The Warriors, in particular, are said to be operating with the patience of an organization that knows its direction and trusts its process. This has only intensified belief around the league that the acceptance is real, because silence at this level often speaks louder than words. Opposing executives are reportedly frustrated by the lack of clarity, feeling locked out of a conversation that could reshape competitive balance overnight. In this vacuum, Imagination thrives, and every quiet moment is interpreted as confirmation rather than doubt, pushing the rumor closer to perceived reality. Ultimately, what makes this entire situation so compelling is that it captures everything fans love and fear about the modern league at once. Power, secrecy, ambition, and narrative all collide in a single speculative storyline that refuses to fade. The thought of Giannis aligning with the Warriors challenges assumptions about loyalty, fairness, and destiny, forcing everyone to reconsider what is possible. Even without official confirmation, the idea alone has already altered the emotional landscape of the sport, proving how influential perception can be. Whether this acceptance leads to a finalized move or becomes one of the greatest what-if stories ever told, it has already achieved something remarkable by uniting fans, analysts, and executives in collective disbelief. Until the curtain is finally pulled back, this rumor will continue to live, evolve, and dominate conversations, reminding everyone that in basketball, the line between imagination and reality is often thinner than it appears. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.